Yo, 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 what's up? Welcome back to the podcast. Today's episode 253. And I'm sure if you saw this title, you've hopefully listened to the other episodes where we talk about jabronis. And it's so funny. Ever since I recorded the first one where I said jabroni, I say that word every single day now. It's hilarious to me. I always say it. But the title is You See a Jabroni, You Vanish. Now, in my opinion, right, I know there's someone in your life that constantly brings you down. There's maybe someone on social media that looks to tear at what you're doing. There's maybe a client that you're training who's a jabroni. Maybe it's a client, it's a parent of a kid that you're training who's a jabroni. But I live by this simple rule now. It's like, I see a jabroni, I vanish. I disappear, right? And here's why. It's like, life is extremely short, right? And I remember at my last internship, the last job I had, and this is very judgmental, what I'm about to say, but I know this is true. Like, every person there was a jabroni. And I was a jabroni back then. We were all jabronis. And knowing what I know now, if I step foot into that office, this is several years later. If I step foot in that office for 30 seconds, I would just sprint out of there. And I would run back to my car, and I would peel out of the parking lot and probably hit someone else's car and get out of the parking lot as fast as possible to avoid being around jabronis. And this is the thing, and it's part of the B code. We talk about this a lot. It's like, when you hang out with people that you do not want to be like, you end up being like them. It's like the law of averages. It's like, you are the average of the 5 people you spend time with. And you hang out with 5 jabronis, you become a jabroni, whether you like it or not. There's nothing you can do about it. You become a jabroni when you hang out with jabronis. And so what we need to do is the radical opposite. Whenever you see someone that's looking to tear your business down, or they're just not a right fit for your life, you either need to resolve it with that person and confront it, or you need to disappear from that jabroni. And I have zero regret with what I'm about to tell you right now. But I looked at my phone the other day, and I have this on my phone and on Google Voice. But I looked at the amount of blocked phone numbers I have. It's ridiculous. And these are all people who were jabronis. And those people have no way of getting to me because I do not want to associate myself with them. And does this mean that I'm better than them? No, I'm not saying that. I'm telling you that you need to be very careful with who you surround yourself with. And when you hang around a bunch of winners, dude, you're going to be a winner. That's why our consulting program with our mastermind, coaches that are in there, they all have a common objective. They all want to impact kids. They all want to make more money, and they all want to have more freedom. That's a group of winners, right? If everyone that was in there was all negative all the time, dude, we'd all be jabronis. No one would be impacting kids. No one would be making any money, and nobody would have any freedom, right? So this is all a mindset thing. It's you want to be so selective with who you spend your time with. And I know I've said this before, but this is a good reminder, because I can guarantee you, if you and I were sitting down, we were drinking my favorite whiskey here in Texas at my favorite bar, right? If we were just having a normal conversation and I asked you, dude, who's someone that you need to eliminate from your life right now? You could, without hesitation, you could tell me that person's name. And this is why you need to start vanishing from these types of people. These types of people are extremely toxic. And if you're not careful, they get the best of you and you turn into them. So that's it for today's podcast, guys. I hope this helps you. All right. If you want to take advantage of that special bundle that we're putting on, this ends on Thursday evening, all right, on October 31st. I've said this from the get-go, and I want to congratulate all those coaches who have invested into themselves and gotten the bundle. And if you haven't gotten it yet, shoot me a direct message, and I will hook you up with that special discount. And I'll see you tomorrow.